So lately, I've been seeing a lot of comments in the comment section on all platforms, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, asking either how do you create a draft class or just comments asking why certain players are projected like third round or undrafted or whatever it may be. I'm here to give you the answers to both of those questions. What I'm about to show you is going to answer both of those questions. So really, I'm going to show you right now how specifically you create your draft class, which you're not creating from scratch. You have to edit the generated players that they give you. But in case those inquiring about that, I'm going to show you right here. So this is a dummy league of mine that I've been having since Madden first came out that I used to use to create my draft classes, but I don't use it anymore because it's an offline league and I create them in an online league now just to kind of make sure that certain names get passed through, because sometimes names will get passed through in an offline league, but when you try to go upload it into an online league, it's not acceptable and they'll black it out. So I created an online league just so I can have proof and verification that these names that I enter in are approved or good to go for an online league. So right off the bat, you're simply gonna want to scroll down to Scout College Players, or even if you're at the phase where it says hire and assign scouts, it'll bring you to where you need to be. So to bring you to this section where it shows top 10 prospects, all you have to do is go up to prospects, click A or X on PlayStation on prospects, and it'll bring you to this. It'll show you the prospects. It'll show you whatever intangibles or whatever it is at whatever period of time it is that concerns you. So in order to be able to access the ability to edit these players, you're going to want to click down on the left stick and it'll bring up these options. It'll say download from download center, edit draft class, or import from local file. So all you're going to want to do is come down here to edit draft class, click A or X, and then it'll show you these prospects just like this. Now, this is my first draft class. This was the very first one that I created this year. So if you want to edit by position type, all you have to do is pull the right trigger, and you can either pull and hold it, and it'll bring up this navigation screen and you can toggle through which positions you want to go through. Or if you just want to go to the very next position, you just pull the right trigger once and it'll go to the next position. And once you see the players, you simply just press A or X on whichever player it is you're trying to edit. And you just go in there and you edit the player. And it gives you access to edit everything it is about that player. And that's it. That's simply how you create a draft class in Madden. You got to go off of whatever generic draft class they give you, and you go in, you modify it to your liking. Now, to everybody that's worried about certain players being projected where they're at, first of all, I already gave an explanation of why players are ranked so low in my draft class. So again, I mentioned before that I'm not going to go over that again. So I'm not going to go over that again. If you want to know specifically why some of these players might be lower, go check out my other draft class videos. I have a whole playlist on YouTube that breaks down every little aspect it is about my draft class and my method. But as you can see, certain players are still a high overall, even though they're projected third round, because no matter what you edit them, or no matter what point in time during your franchise when you import this file, it's never going to change. It's never going to change. So if you get a generic draft class and you have round 1, round 2 for these two players that's projected to go round 1, round 2, then you have these guys projected to go round 3, round 4, etc. It's not going to change just because you edit them and you edit them to a good overall rating. So if you have any questions about like if these players are actually good or not, just follow the method that I showed you to be able to go inside the draft class and see what their overall rating is. Don't go off of, oh, they're round 3 or whatever, because majority of the time my draft classes personally are stacked anyways. So you're going to have good overalls even later in the draft class. But just because, at least as far as my class is concerned, now generic players, it might be different. A round 3 might actually be like a 62 overall or whatever. That's not how mine's is set up. Mine's, I edit from top to bottom, best to worst, etc. So you're not going to have like a round 3 pick that's like Jaden Ott or Donovan Edwards or even Amarian Hampton. And again, I edited this right when the game came out. So just because they're ranked 4th round and 3rd round doesn't mean that they're going to be 62 and 60 overall. That's not how my classes roll. So again, from the beginning, we're going to go ahead and save and exit. From the beginning, in order to access the ability to be able to create / edit your own draft class when you're in franchise mode, and you have the option to be able to access scouting college players or hire scouts, you scroll down to that, click A or X on PlayStation, go up to prospects, click A or X again. Then in order to access the ability to edit, you click down on the left stick and then just scroll down to edit players. Then whichever player it is that you're trying to edit, you just press A or X on them and it'll bring up the editor for them. And you can edit every aspect it is about those players. And that's it. Hopefully this was informative for you guys. Hopefully this answered everybody's question. If you still got any questions, just let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to you on that. In the meantime, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more Madden 25 content, whether that be tips, tricks, tutorials, draft class content, franchise rebuild. I said dynasty, but I'm doing a dynasty and a franchise at the same time, so I tend to get that mixed up when I'm doing my videos. But franchise content, leaks for Madden 26. Also, another thing, stay tuned to this channel. That's another reason you might want to like and subscribe and hit that notification tab, because I can tell you, and I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to get nobody's hopes up because it's probably going to be a little while, but I can tell you when and how you can access the beta for Madden 26. I normally have the beta basically every year. In the last 4 years, there's only been 1 year where I hadn't had the beta, and that's just because I didn't follow the specific procedures that I was supposed to follow in order to do it. But I know how to get access to it. I normally put all my friends on it when they release the information for it. So this year, now that I'm back active on my channel, I'm going to make sure as soon as the information is out there for everybody to be able to access the beta, I'm going to come to my channel and post a video and let everybody know how they can access the Madden 26 beta. So again, if you want to know how to play the Madden 26 beta, like and subscribe to this channel. Click that notification tab so you can be the first to find out when I drop the video. But that's been my time. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Till next time, peace.